In this task, we are asked, each of the tables below represents an arithmetic sequence. It's really important that you recognize that we are just talking about arithmetic sequences here. So I'm going to highlight this for us so we remember arithmetic is what we're talking about. Find the missing terms in the sequence showing your method. So for instance, in question number 1, we're giving our x value and our y value. So if x is 1, we get 5 to come out. If x is 2, we're unsure what that answer is. And if x is 3, we get 11 to come out. So I'm going to ask you at this point right now to pause the video and try to do this table on your own to see what method you come up with to find this missing middle term. And then I will go over some different strategies for you. Now that you have tried a strategy on your own, I'm going to go through 4 different strategies that you might have chosen to use, all of which are okay. First strategy I'm going to call strategy A. And in strategy A, you can look at it as an explicit formula. What did we start with? We started with 5. So we started with 5. And then we are adding, remember it's arithmetic, so we know we're adding a certain thing each time. So we're adding something, here's my question mark. And if we take a look, we're adding it how many times? So we got to add it to get to this term, and then we're going to add that same number again to get to 11. So altogether we added 1 twice to get to 11. So this could be our 2, that's how many times we added to get to 11. And our goal here is to figure out what is this question mark, what is that common difference that we're adding each time. So to solve this, I can go ahead and just subtract the 5 from both sides. And I get something times 2 is equal to 6. And then to get that something by itself, since these two are being multiplied together, I can divide by that 2. So 6 divided by 2 is going to give me that question mark equal to 3, which tells me that I'm adding 3 each time. So 5 plus what number would give me, 5 plus 3 would give me what number? That would be 8. So I can fill my table in that this term here is going to be 8. And I can check that. Is 8 plus 3 also 11? And that's true. So that's one way of going about this. I'm going to show you another way. I'm going to call strategy B. In strategy B, you can look to see that, hey, we're missing the middle term. So we need to find the average between 5 and 11. So to do that, we can go ahead and take 5 plus 11 and divide it by 2. Again, finding the average of our numbers in between. So 5 plus 11 would give us 16. And 16 divided by 2 would give us 8. So if I have those odd number, I can use that average to figure out what my missing term is. Again, finding the average between 5 and 11. I have another strategy for you, strategy C. Strategy C uses something similar to what we call the slope formula. In this strategy, we can take our y values, so our y value farthest to the right, and we're going to subtract our y value farthest to the left. So we have 11 minus 5. And we're going to divide that by our x values. So taking our x value farthest to the right minus the x value farthest to the left. So divided by 3 minus 1. And this is going to give us that common difference, that number that we're adding each time. So 11 minus 5 will give us 6. And 3 minus 1 will give us 2. 6 divided by 2 would give us 3 as that common difference. Just like number 1, we found the common difference. Using that slope formula is another way to find that common difference, telling us that we're adding 3 each different time. And then letter D, one other option that you do have would be a guess and check method. And that's just guessing some numbers, making sure that you have the right common difference. So those are 4 different ways that you could have gone about finding that middle term for number 1.